All right, from left to right, we have Zach Eady, Fletcher Lawyer, and David Jenkins Jr. Raise your hand and we'll get a mic to you. Mike, start us off, please.
Zach, in the first half, you seemed a little bit more animated, emotional than you normally are. Just kind of, I think I know what spurred that, but just kind of in your words, kind of how did that maybe get you going and carry you guys to halftime?
Yeah, kind of. Obviously, it's an early game. You got to get yourself going somehow. So you got to kind of get into it. But they play super physical. They kind of foul every time, and that kind of gets me going. I like playing physical. I like those types of games. And it kind of showed. Like it kind of got me going when they started fouling me. They started hacking me. They started doing things. They busted my lip in the second half. And those things kind of got me going a little bit.
Hey, Zach, the shirt, I saw your mom giving it to you. Backstory on the shirt, she was excited to give that to you.
Yeah, she just made it. You can see the back got a little something on it too. But, she comes down, she makes shirts. Her friends kind of, they have fun with it. They make little printouts. They had these type of shirts last year. They added that on the back this year. But it's just fun. She handed me after the game, and I just had to wear it.
Zach, all the way back here, you had a career high tonight against Michigan State. Same thing back at their place in January, and even last year in the meeting, a career high 25. Why are you so successful against the Spartans?
I think it's, like I said, they always play super physical. It always gets me going into the game a little bit. They stay one-on-one, so it's my job to score the ball. Sometimes in certain matchups, my job is to kind of facilitate and play out of rotations for the team. But against Michigan State, their whole thing is just playing one-on-one. So that's something I found success in.
For Fletcher, Zach, how big is it to see David get going? This is about third or fourth game where he's knocked down a couple shots early. And as the season's gone on, he's gotten better and better.
It's huge for us. It's a whole other option offensively, another weapon that we have. And we knew it was going to come. We knew with the work he puts in and the confidence he has and just the maturity he has. Obviously, it's probably not easy having a freshman point guard come in to start, but he hasn't complained one time. He's battled. He's been a great leader for us, and we knew the time was going to come. He's going to come in and knock down some shots.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of what he said. He's done this his whole career. He's old. Like he's done this. He's been doing this. He's been doing this since I've been in high school. So like, it's nothing new for us. We kind of expected this.
For Zach, obviously you get the 37, but they started coming with hard doubles on you there in the middle of the second half. Whatever it was, the game was still kind of up in the air a little bit. And you hit Ethan for the layup, hit David for the three. And did you kind of have an inkling they were coming? And can you just kind of walk us through that stretch there where you were able to beat their double teams?
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't come earlier. Honestly, I was kind of expecting it every time I caught the ball. Pause. They. Usually when someone has success, they change stuff up. But Izzo, he's very steadfast in his ways. He wants to play one-on-one. He wants to kind of make you beat him with twos and not threes. So that's something that I guess that they really had to focus on. They really tried to focus on. But I was kind of expecting a double at some point.
David, the last couple games, your shooting has really seemed to improve, and you kind of found your level a little bit. Explain that transition from the early part of the season to right now. What might have changed for you to feel a little bit more comfortable in your role after playing, a different role in your previous stops and then coming here to Purdue and coming off the bench?
Yeah, obviously it's a different role for me. Previous teams, I was the scorer, shooter, whatever that may be. So I had to kind of fit into the role here, and obviously it's been a little while. I've been trying to fit into the role. But, really just credit to all the guys, for staying confident in me and finding me on shots. Zach obviously attracts a lot of attention down low, and he's always really selfless. He looks for us on the perimeter for me to Fletch to all the shooters. But, man, at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever role is given for me. You know what I mean? I just want to win at the end of the day. We're the number one team in the country, and because of how unselfish we are as a team, we had a lot of people doubting us in the beginning because, we may not be the most talented team or whatever, but we're together. We're close off the court and on the court, and I think it really translates to how we're winning.
Fletch and David, I know you're going to say that it's just about getting in the gym and getting shots up, but during this 8-game winning streak, shooting almost 40% as a team from three, it was about 30% up until that point. How beneficial is that for this team to go out and do what it does? When you shoot like that, you're going to have games like this, but it's got to be more than just getting more shots up. What's been the key to this stretch of hot shooting outside?
I think it's just getting a little more comfortable. Everyone's getting minutes in, and everyone's getting different looks. And when Zach gets doubled, we're all going to be ready to shoot, and we know that, and we're comfortable with that now. And I'd say really just like you said, practice. We're in there every day getting shots up, but also we play through each other, and I think just putting the confidence in one another has helped.
David, you talk about, coming over here and being okay with being on the #1 team in the country, but do you feel like you're getting more comfortable in that role that you're in now?
Yeah, 100%. I think each game I've kind of earned myself a little more playing time on the court. And obviously I think it started defensively, really, because I wasn't hitting shots, before these last couple games or whatever. Payne's trusting me to go out there and kind of guard, one of the best guards or whatever that case may be. And that wasn't what I was known for in the previous years, but that's kind of something I felt like was my role on this team. And, it's kind of led to me hitting a couple of shots and things like that. So, yeah, I'm definitely, kind of forming and getting comfortable in this role.
DJ in the back.
Yeah, David, you mentioned it a little bit, and Braden alluded to it yesterday, just how close you are with some of these guys on and off the floor. You're one of the first guys to, congratulate guys like Fletcher and Braden when they have big games, but what does it mean for you to kind of have the patience kind of pay off and really start to put things together at this point in the season?
Yeah, I mean, it means everything to me. And like you said, I want to see these guys succeed because I was a freshman I once too, and I know how it is. And that was 10 years ago. But Zach thinks it's funny. But, I remember maybe last week I sent Braden a long text just how proud I am of him because it's hard for them to come in like that from high school and adjust to this level, especially at the Big Ten. It's a big physical league with a lot of good players. And, I mean, credit to them coming in and being successful at that. So, but, I love to see them succeed, and obviously, I'm happy that I've been able to help a little bit and help us win as well.
You talked about your team chemistry that you guys had this year. You guys are so together. What has factored in that has made you guys just click so well together?
I think, personally, just how close we are off the court, like I mentioned before. People don't think that's a big thing, but it matters. With certain teams, you have cliques, with groups of people who hang out, but with us, it's everybody. And I think it just really matters when it goes on the court because we each want to see each player succeed, so I think that means a lot.
Anyone else? Sam, last one, please.
Fletcher and David, obviously, hardly anybody's played with a 7'4" guy, but just kind of watching him evolve from when you got here to what he is now, and obviously a phenomenon, getting all this national attention. How fun has that been to watch a teammate kind of excel and just keep, raising his game, I guess?
It's real special. It's something you gotta not take for granted because you're not going to have someone like that every single year. And when you got someone down low that's that dominant and that unselfish too, it's great to play with, and I feel bad for the other teams because it's hard to stop them. But also just this summer watching him play, I'm like, this guy's the best player in the country, and just us playing around him, us playing through him, and him still being unselfish is very cool to watch.
I mean, just to piggyback on what he said, I mean, it's funny. I was kind of joking with Zach before the Michigan game. I'm like, you better go against Hunter. What you gonna do? And he destroyed him. You know what I mean? So it's just and then after the game, I'm like, dang, you are real. So, I mean, it's amazing to see, man. He's kind of one of a kind. I've never played with someone like this. Probably never will. So credit to him and all the work he's put in.
Anything else? Cool. Thank you, guys.
I got scratched in the Michigan game. Jump ball though.